Big 12 Sound Roundup.
Check 1, 2.
The best bites, cheap shots, and excuses from Saturday's postgame news conferences.
Love this segment. We get to check in on all of the coaches and the best clips around the Big 12 Conference. It's brought to you by Macy's Grocery Store. Happy shopping, Mitch Harper, Alex Kirry. And Alex, Coach Prime, he's a talker. And, man, he was talking a big game after that big win for the Buffs over UCF.
It's one of the first times that we came out and played a collective game, offensively, defensively, as well as special teams, with Mata hitting that field goal right before the half was tremendous. Just even the play call right before Mata to get out of bounds. I think it was 8 seconds on the clock. We got out of bounds with 3 seconds left. It was just phenomenal execution of what the offense is capable of. Shedeur, I think he got touched a couple times, but other than that, we ran the darn ball effectively. I'm really proud. I don't know how many yards we rushed for altogether. Where is it? Rushing that 29 for 128. I'll take that. God, I'll take that.
Are you shocked that Prime actually knew his kicker's name? That's what I was like. I was shocked by.
I was a little bit
I was
shocked.
like, what? He mentioned his kicker's name twice. I don't even know what's
It
going
was on the
right
sheet
now.
of paper, though. He's always got that sheet of paper in front of him.
Let's see what we had. We had 129 carry. I'll take that. Oh, yeah, take that. Like, I mean, he is on cloud nine, and then he starts toying with the media. This is the Prime that we need every week. So, that was the happy coach. Couple of sad coaches across the Big 12. Dave Aranda, after the loss to BYU, boy, I mean, it did not help Mitch to get out to that start. Not just 21-0. I thought 28-7 was just as embarrassing. I mean, BYU was just going back and forth. They started to figure some things out. They made some adjustments, but it wasn't enough. Here's what Dave Aranda said in the postgame as to how this thing went down.
Disappointed in the start to this game. Was really hoping for better. Thought that there was a great fight throughout the game. I thought that, despite whatever the score was, and early in the game, it wasn't very good for our side of things. I thought that throughout the whole game, we thought we were going to win the game. I thought halftime was a great response. There was a lot of truth-telling there. I think just specifically for me on defense, I thought offensively, BYU did a great job on offense. A lot of coaches that I've coached with in the past that are on that staff over there, guys that were on the defense. Chad is on the defense there, and then TJ Woods is the O-line coach there. They were with us both at Utah State and at Wisconsin, and so they run the same defense over there, and so we had a lot of beaters coming at us, and we weren't playing them very good.
Okay, added to the list of coaching platitudes. A lot of truths being told in that second half. I don't even know what he was talking about. Was he giving a TED talk? Like, what was going on? He just lost a football game. Oh, it wasn't good to get started out 21-0? Yeah, it's not the way I wanted to start it out. I mean, that's not really my preference. It's like, geez, dude, you're going to lose your job if you don't pick up some of the intensity there, Coach. But
Aranda seems like dead man walking. It feels like it's trending that way for Baylor. And, Baylor is a team that's in a funk right now because Sawyer Robertson, he's taking over as the quarterback and playing some good football. Decent.
Yeah, it didn't look awful. I mean, certainly the second half he took over. I mean, it was like him and Jake Retzlaff flipped the coin to see who would have the better first half and who would have the better second half. And so I liked Sawyer Robertson in the second half, but yeah, and Dave Aranda might have some talent there, but it's just like they don't know how to use it.
Well, and I think with Aranda, before we get to a break, Aranda is someone that, those press conferences are a connection to the one way you can kind of speak to the fans. And does that get you fired up? Like, honestly, if you're a Baylor fan and you listen to that guy, he's just not getting you fired up. And you don't have to be the Mr. Rah-Rah in a press conference, but it doesn't inspire that something's going to change. And I think that's the issue because
a lot of truth.
This guy was once being viewed – he was once viewed as the top candidate for the USC job when they let go of Clay Hilton.
Wow.
And they thought, how is Baylor going to lose Dave Aranda? They can't do that. And, man, this sport just changes in a hurry on you. And because everyone just thought Dave Aranda was going to be on a rocket ship to being one of the best coaches in college football. Now he looks like he's headed on his way out.
We'll let sleeping Leipold's lie. Okay, he can. We'll keep that to ourselves. What he said. He basically look. He's 1-4. I don't know who's worse off, Dave Aranda or Kansas's head coach. It's got to be Aranda just because he's been sitting in the spot of being on the hot seat forever. Leipold just recently has been catching some heat. So let's take another break. We'll come back. We've got more to go. Hour 2. Let's break down that BYU and Baylor game in its entirety. We'll dive into all the stats, all of it, and we'll also listen to some sound from Kyle Whittingham in that awful loss last night up on the Hill for the Utes, 23-10 to Arizona. Our show is brought to you by Macy's Grocery Store, the freshest fruits and vegetables from local farms and your local favorite brands. Macy's Happy Shopping. Mitch, Harper, Alex, Kirry, right back after this on KSL News Radio and the KSL News Radio and the